Hello everyone, welcome to another night of pinball. We're going to play some Jurassic Park tonight. Let's get this started. Hope everyone is doing well. Haven't played in a couple weeks, so definitely looking forward to getting back into it. My poor game has just been sitting here, unloved and unplayed. If I can even remember how to play it. If I remember correctly, you start addicts in this game by shooting the white arrows. Similar to Iron Maiden. Mode starts.
What's going on? We've been hacked. I've lost control of the system. Electric trucks, fences.
And after you've got one started, you would want to shoot for the orange rescues. Before the dinosaurs eat the staff. Oh, the left ramp is smaller than normal tonight. Alright, escape will save that one. Now we've got a T-Rex event here. So T-Rex will have some orange shots available.
A staff member is in peril.
Yes, staff member's about to be eaten. Unless I do something about it, but why would I do that? When I can feed T-Rex and play T-Rex multi-ball. Alright, so now let's see if we can get some jackpots. There's another. And of course the panic's still active. I can get those yellow targets now to do a dinosaur capture. Oh, there's trap set, and one more yellow target to capture. There you go. That's the first dinosaur. First dinosaur of the night.
Control room ready.
And let's see if we can do a control room for ball 3. There you go.
Hold on to your butts.
And we'll do restore power.
Restore power.
Restore power has some blue arrows, which will come up after I hit the spinner. And the spinner increases the value of the blue shots. So you want to get as many spins on the spinner as you can, while of course shooting blue arrows. There you go. So now each blue arrow will be worth 7.2 million.
Beacon combo. Check.
And it's kind of up to you whether you keep shooting the spinner and increase the value of each shot, or actually collect shots. The more you shoot the spinner, of course, the less you have time to make blue arrows. There's 9.2 from that one. This node can be worth quite a few points. Alright, not a bad first game. Is that enough to get on the board for tonight? I believe so. That was more than 20 million. Let's see how much. 56 million. Alright, let's put it on the board for the first game of the night. 56 million. Not a bad first game. Let's keep going. I think we can do better.
Stay close.
T-Rex roars at you at the start of the game, of course, but it's not actually hooked up to anything. There's no mode points or anything. It's just to make it cool to look at, I guess. Some players, of course, the more casual people, may never actually see the dinosaur move in the game other than that if they're just casual players, so it's cool to see him roar and move around. Paid all that money for the premium, might as well see him move. Alright, let's get some more orange targets to boost the T-Rex value here. And get it started. The T-Rex multi-ball is on a timer, kind of a hurry-up style timer, so the faster you get them, the more points the orange shots are worth. Of course, you charge them up too by you increase the value by making orange arrows. But if you futz around and don't make orange arrows, you're just gonna drain away the value of the T-Rex jackpots. So a bit of a risk reward. Do you try for more and risk missing the shots and just decreasing the value, or do you try to get as many as you can to get maximum value? You can, if you're precise, you're a good shooter and you can make your shots, it's definitely worth getting more of them. But I guess it depends how you're feeling that particular day. Alrighty, there's a ball in the raptor pit. Went for the beer a little bit too eagerly there. Left hand on the right flipper button to save that one. That only works at the start of the beer, not at the end of the beer. Alright, there's set trap. Just barely got it, but enough for it to count. Alright, one more shot on the raptor pit. For raptor multi-ball. But I want to get that yellow arrow and some rescue as well before I do that. There's the C. Oh! Oh, and a drain. Should still carry that over to the next ball, though. .42 on first ball, not bad. Alright, and I've got my yellow targets lit for the capture. There you go. Dinosaur capture. Let's do control room stacked with T-Rex. If I can. Need to shift the control room. There you go. Alrighty. And double scoring going. Some good points potential here with one shot to fire to start Raptor Tri-Ball, double scoring, and my control room mode all at once. So I'll go ahead and start the T-Rex. Now I've got two modes going. The blue arrows for the control room mode and the red arrows for Raptor Tri-Ball, all with playfield double scoring. So let's make it happen. And hopefully the ball save brings both of those back, which it does. And I'm trying to increase my spinner value for the control room mode and collect some blue arrows, some red arrows. 4 balls going here. Alright, so now I'm seeing some chaos letters lit. That's the next stage 2 of Raptor Tri-Ball. After you get those ramps, you get some letters enabled. And not very many blue arrows left. The ones at the very extremities, the hardest to make. And another double playfield. Those blue arrows are going to be worth a decent amount of points now. They're hard to make. Alright, so there goes the control room mode. 45 million on control room. Nice. Still got Raptor Tri-Ball going with double playfield, so I want to get some chaos letters now. $27 million for that. I think that's it. But that was a nice stack, though. Nice stack.
Control room ready.
40 million on both Control Room and Raptor Triball for a total now of 168. Mid ball 2. That was a nice one. And now we're back to some more comfortable play here, collecting some dinosaurs. If we can, start the next paddock. And it looks like the second control room mode is available for me at the control room shot. Control room shot, if you're not familiar, is the shot on the very left, just to the left of the Raptor pit. Decent ball 2 there, happy with that. 190, nice. Going into ball 3, we should be in good shape to hit our target goal for tonight. On game 2, which tells me the target goal was not ambitious enough. But there's always Grand Champion to go for next. Alright, let's get those. Whoa! The left ramp is not cooperating. Trying to get some white arrows to start the next paddock. There you go. Oh, just missed the right ramp there for letter A and a rescue. Alright, let's start another control room mode at the same time. It's a spike system, nice. Alright, so again, control room modes, blue arrows now, stacked alongside paddock. This game's got some good stacks for sure, it's pretty fun. A lot of different ways to play it, things to go for. All 3 rescues now are lit on the right side of the playfield. Oh, looks like someone got eaten. It went from 3 to 2. And it's not because I saved them. Oh, mishandled on the flipper there. System boot mode total? Oh, 25 million. Well, enough to take me north of 200 million. Plus bonus, should be around 230. 224. Good enough for me, good enough for tonight's best. Let's put it up on the board. Save that, and boom. Nice, not a bad game too. Alrighty, let's keep going, try to do better. Grand Champion is next. If you're just joining, welcome. We're coming to you live from San Jose, California, playing some Jurassic Park pinball tonight. If you're on the chat, tell us, say hello, tell us where you're from. Tell us what your favorite pinball machine is. Oh, no ball save on that one. House ball. Ball 1 million. Alright, well there's a set trap right off the start. So, oh! Into the in lane to the out lane drain. I don't know if I could call that a house ball, but definitely not a good ball too. Oh well, bad pinball means more beer. It's all good. Alright, there's a skill shot. Double.
DNA collected.
Okay, there's T-Rex. And a capture. That's another orange arrow. Oh, and the center drain. I don't mind starting a fresh one after that one. Minutes in, and I've already beat tonight's goal. Yeah, I had a good game too, with a nice stack, starting multiple modes at the same time. That was pretty lucrative points wise. So yeah, I was saying I may have set my goal for the night a little bit too low, but I had a better than usual game two is what happened. You can never say. Sometimes your best game of the night is right at the start. Sometimes it's right at the end. You never know. Oh! To the T-Rex from the top flipper there. He wasn't able to successfully capture it, but it did get in his mouth, and as long as the ball makes it in his mouth, it registers the T-Rex multi-ball, and you get it back. Alrighty, yeah, so now we've got, speaking of stacking, oh no, this is not a stack, this is just, the blue arrows are the jackpots for T-Rex multi-ball, which are not super valuable. Alright, so yellow arrow lit here for the dinosaur capture. There you go.
Control room.
Oh, center drain. Was that ball 2? Yeah, that was ball 2. Alrighty. Let's try to do another Raptor multi-ball, because that worked well before. Alrighty. There's the ball locked in the Raptor pit. Double X says, so one of the things that's kind of interesting is that they have Spinosaurus painted next to the right flipper and make no other references to the third movie. Kind of odd. Granted, not the best film in the series. Interesting. Does that dinosaur appear only in the third movie? The game is not really based on any particular movie, although, I mean, clearly there's Nedry in it and stuff, like they're pulling elements from the movies, but the rationale that I heard behind the game is it's kind of a combination of multiple things and kind of its own thing. that, you know, while it uses elements from, is not supposed to be playing. You're not playing the movie. There are plenty of pinball machines where that's the case, where, you know, they're playing clips of movies or TV shows and stuff on the screen. But all of the digital content here is an original creation, which is kind of amazing. You can just imagine the work that went into that. Alrighty, there's the trap set. Oh! Just caught the ball save there. And there's the capture.
Control room ready.
Yep, only in the third. Oof, close one there. Any way to dump the assets? Yes, there's a tool called Pinball Browser, which takes the, you know, the code binary file that they distribute to update the games, and you can get all the assets from it, sound, music, everything, and you can change them too. So something that people do is actually add their own, replace their you know, sound effects and stuff with songs and things of their choosing. Trying to get that control room shot, which also has a rescue. There you go. Yeah, Lego Double X, you don't actually need a pinball machine to do that too. You can just go to the Stern Pinball website, download the code for the game, which it's just freely downloadable on their site, and then find the Pinball Browser app. I think you have to go to Pinsite to get that. And then yeah, you can open it up and change stuff around. Listen to the music from the game, etc. Not sure how kosher that is if you're not an owner of the game, but the files are not password protected or anything. Alrighty, nice. Alright, here's a smart missile attempt here. Super spinner now is lit.
Control room check.
And the next dinosaur paddock at the same time. Hoping I can get some spinner spins in with super spinner. There you go. Nice big spinner score there. Oh, Chaos is ready. Ball and the pop bumpers. Chaos multi-ball is started by the switch at the very back of the pop bumper nest. The red insert blinking Chaos there. Very hard to hit it directly, but a lot of the times if you get the ball on the pop bumpers will do the job for you. And alright, T-Rex, Raptor Triball rather, is ready to go. Should fire that up. Nice. Got lucky with a ball save there, draining at the start of the multi-ball, protected by ball save. Alright, so I need the letters A, O, and S at this point, all on the right. There's the O, only the A and the S left. A on the right ramp, S on the helipad, and double scoring now. There's the S. And one more shot for Chaos on Raptor Tribal. Oh, and there goes the second to last ball. I was close. I was one shot away from completing that. Oh, and did I get? I think I got an add-a-ball from the supply drop, which effectively extended the multi-ball. Kind of brought it back from the dead. Nah, so it's proper over now. Alright, T-Rex chase. So now, Chaos Multi-Ball is available for a stack on top of... Oh, there it goes! Just as I was saying it, that's a Chaos Multi-Ball on top of T-Rex Chase. So red arrows and orange arrows. If you're not familiar with the term, a stack means basically doing two different things simultaneously, starting two different modes with two different sets of completely separate objectives, but that can be done at the same time. It's definitely a more pinball nerd type of thing. And it can be harder to keep track, but nowadays with RGB lighting really helps because the different colors have significance. It used to be in the old days they had to blink the lights with different patterns to indicate the different shots, which is really hard to see and notice. Now with RGB lighting, they can just change the color of the inserts to let you keep track of what shot is for what. I'm still in T-Rex Chase, orange arrows. And there goes T-Rex Chase, the timer. That was pretty good though. Oh, look at that, 284 million. Enough for the best of tonight. And I've got a control room mode, believe the second one of the game, available at the... Oh, just missed the shot. Made it up the lane, but not quite far enough. Definitely try to get my second control room mode there. There you go.
Rerouting functionality.
Pretty interesting regarding the lighting history. Yeah, we have it good now. Plus, not only do we have RGB lighting to help us out as players, but of course we have the LCD screen, and they can just put so much more on that than they could before with the smaller, low-res displays. For the longest time, pinball was stuck in what's called a DMD, dot matrix display, the resolution of which was, I believe, 132 by 32, something like that. Or 128 by 32? That makes more sense, right? 128 by 32. Anyway, not very high res for multiple decades. Let's see, when were DMDs in use? They started in 1991. I believe the first game was Terminator 2, plus or minus one game, in 1991. And dot matrix DMD displays, same exact resolution, not color, monochrome. Started out being orange plasma, then they moved to red LEDs. Were used all the way to the last DMD game made, I believe, was Ghostbusters in 2016? How many decades is that? Like, that's like 3.5 decades. Insane. That's how long it took. And there were color LCD screen games before Ghostbusters, of course, Jersey Jacks, Wizard of Oz, games like that. But you know, Stern they're the big boys. They make more games than anyone else, so I consider that the last, really. And now, instead of having one artist work on, you know, the animations for this low resolution display, instead of having one artist, they need a team of like 5 to 10 people to do all that work. So definitely more expensive for them. Alrighty, let's get started with another mode. We're at 292, ball 2. Trying to get some white arrows here to start another. Oh, center drain. A few warnings to go. So OLED will be at 2040. I think the answer to that is, as long as LCDs are cheaper, it's not going to happen. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to a point where LCDs are effectively end of life and you know, on life support, and you can only buy them as this weird backwards compatibility type of thing, and you know, everything's OLED. That's pretty much, they're not going to switch until then. They certainly wouldn't do it for the quality of the display. The reality is that in a, you know, pinball setting, you can't really tell. There's a big debate, of course, over the size that the screen should be in the back of the game. Jersey Jack, with their Wizard of Oz game, starting with that, and all titles since, have gone with a 27-inch screen, which does not leave a lot of room for artwork around it. And of course, the artwork's on the screen, but what about when the game's turned off? Go see a Jersey Jack game turned off. They really are not pretty to look at. It's just a big, you know, it's like looking at a black, you know, turned off television. Stern went a little bit more conservative. You could argue cheaper route with, I don't know how big the screens are. The screen on this is probably, it's like the size of a laptop display-ish. You know, it's 16 inches, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit bigger. But it leaves a lot more room for the artwork above it, the beautiful backlit translight, which is really pretty. To me, that's part of pinball, the history, the tradition, having the static backlit art. So I like it personally. I'm sure it's a cost thing to do that the displays are substantially cheaper for them. Alright, so we're playing another T-Rex encounter here. Need some orange arrows.
Get to safety.
Oh! On it, trained with double scoring active in T-Rex encounter. Still, not a bad game. 334 plus bonus. Do I know what kind of paint used? Depends on what part of the game you're talking about. The translate, which is the artwork above the screen, which is backlit, is printed with a pretty high-end printer. They have to be, I don't know exactly what type of printer it is, but your standard inkjet just doesn't work. As soon as you backlight it, the artwork is completely washed out. I know, because I was trying to get a backlit print done for my my sit-down Japanese-style arcade cabinet, and I went to a print shop and had a backlit print done, and yeah, sure enough, they had to send it out and everything. As soon as I got it back, you put some backlighting behind it, and the artwork is completely washed out. So I have found a guy online who does them for arcade machines, and yes, super good quality. You can look super up close, and you can't see any dots whatsoever. I think they're printed using like a photographic style printing process. 339, let's put it up on the board before I forget. I think if you look at Kodak Duratrans online, you'll find information about that style of print, Kodak Duratrans. The The game itself, the playfield, is a silk-screened ink, is how it's printed. Back in the day, the playfields that you see behind me are spot color, and so each color on the playfield is its own ink. And some of the ones like Whirlwind, which is right here, is like an 18 color print. So that's 18 individual inks, plus or minus a few. I don't know the exact number, but it's around that number. So that's how they can get such vibrant colors and they look amazing. And then on the game itself, the cabinet, of course, is wrapped in artwork. And those are probably just CMYK standard prints, but I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, probably a higher density ink. Yeah, exactly. And those backlit prints are, they're designed to be backlit, obviously. And when they're not backlit, they look super dark, like that the colors look completely wrong. So the whole process of printing them takes into account that it's going to be backlit. And if it's not backlit, it doesn't look right. So yeah, the games, when they're turned off, they look kind of dark. Alrighty, well, we got another good game. People do alternate movie posters on wood a lot. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought. That was a good game, though. And halfway to Grand Champion. Just playing and having fun is the name of the game here. Oh yeah, so I didn't mention, while old games were printed with spot color printing, new games are not. They use CMYK silk screening, I'm pretty sure. If you remove the apron of the game, the apron is the part that covers the area below the flippers. You can see their registration marks for printing, and there's like a little CMYK color bands for presumably for doing QA on the printing quality, color, etc., sharpness. So you can see that. It's kind of like if you ever look at the bottom of a cereal box, the bottom flap, you'll see these little like bands of color. That's what that is. That's just like QA for the color. And it's kind of neat because when you look at those boxes of color, you can see exactly the color of the inks that they've used to print whatever thing. You look like at a Cheerios box and it's like mostly like yellows and reds, and like there's no color bands for colors that don't appear on the box. They don't bother. It's like they print only the colors that they absolutely need to print. T-Rex multi-ball right to start on this one. Not worth a tremendous number of points.
Control! What's going on? We've been hacked. I've lost control of the system. Electric trucks, fences, phones, it's the whole point.
Oh, ball hop, air ball onto the wireform there. The ball is wild, folks. The ball is wild. Oh, no! Saw that one coming, but couldn't save it. Playing tonight with my, you can't see it, it's off camera, but I'll post about it on my website. I'm playing tonight with my new streaming rig. I'm using, I just built a new gaming PC based on the new 10th generation Intel CPUs. Let the AMD Intel Playmore begin on chat. But anyway, built that new computer, and I was going to use my old PC for streaming. So I built a stand for it. It's got two 20-inch monitors and a little shelf for keyboard and mouse. Having slight difficulties using that old computer. It's not even that old. It's an Intel i5 6500, which was like a pretty average CPU from about 4 years ago. And without hardware acceleration, that, believe it or not, my computer is not strong enough to do real-time video encoding for the stream, which was a bit disappointing. Yeah, it turns out doing video encoding at a high quality level is very intensive, even with a it's a 4-core CPU, not good enough. So I bought the cheapest NVIDIA graphics card for it, because the video encoders, like, it doesn't matter what rank of graphics card, from good, better to best you buy, the video encoder is the same in all of them. So I bought a GTX 1650 NVIDIA card, which does hardware accelerated video encoding, very useful for Twitch. And so I'll be putting that in the computer when that comes, and that'll be my new streaming machine. Hopefully that works out. It'll be definitely nice to have double monitors so I can take a look at the streaming software as well as the Twitch dashboard simultaneously. Right now, to check the cameras and stuff, I pretty much have to Alt-tab to between software, which is not great. It works, but I like to being able to keep an eye on things, so yeah, that'll be nice. I'm just hoping to avoid any technical glitches, so I'll probably have to do some offline testing for a little bit, play some games, just recording offline before I use it live on the internet. Streaming live from San Jose, California, Alpha Bravo Pinball. There's T-Rex. He wants the ball. Should I give it to him to eat? Probably should. Who am I to deny him? Oh, tip the ball off the left flipper onto the right flipper into T-Rex's mouth for T-Rex encounter.
Everyone stay alert. We're coming up on the T-Rex pattern.
The sounds in this game are so good too. All the T-Rex noises. Oh! Slow reaction time! Cost me the ball right at the start of the T-Rex encounter. How sad. Alright, let's hear it. Weird ink fact. For a long time, Cyan and Navy were really hard to source because there's a huge influx of denim purchases in the past few decades, and things moved over in Vietnam and other regions in Asia to meet demand. That is fascinating. I never would have thought that the inks used in denim production have anything to do with printing, but I guess it makes sense. Alrighty. I probably should take a 10-second pause between this game and the next, maybe between balls, to open the window. It is hot. I'll tell you, San Jose has had some heat the last few weeks. Today it was like 35 Celsius, which is, I don't know, 90. I don't know my Fahrenheit's that well. Around 90. It's hot anyway. It's still hot. I need to open the window. I can actually, so I have that monitor. I was saying, I've got one of them working now with the old machine, and I can feel the heat from the LCD screen on me, which is not helping. Alrighty. There's the T-Rex encounter again. T-Rex multi-ball. Nice! Got my smart missile there. Probably 25 million was not the best award. The smart missile award can be chosen by pushing the action button before the missile is fired. There's some good ones in there too. There might even be an extra ball. I'm not sure. You don't have a lot of time to choose it though, so I think you pretty much have to learn what the awards are and memorize the number of presses for each. Decent ball one. Alright, let's get another white arrow for the next paddock. And I can also get a ball in the raptor pit there. There you go. Did I make it to escape? Not even close. I did make a decent enough 300 million-ish game, but that was largely through some decent multi-balls. Raptor tri-ball, a couple different control room modes in there, some dinosaurs captured, and a chaos multi-ball. The combination of all those is what got me to 300. Got a good game started thus far here. Still on ball one. Ball one, and I'm sitting at 62 million. All right, so we'll try to do a stack. I triggered. I was trying to get the control room to a stack, which is what I did a couple of games ago, and that ended up that worked out well too. But so now we've got Raptor Tribal going, not stacked with anything except paddock mode, of course. And I need both ramps flashing red, followed by all of the chaos letters, which do not have to be completed in order. So now I've made the left ramp, just need the right ramp. And basically in this multi-ball, until you make both ramps, the left being easy and the right is quite a bit harder, until you make both ramps, nothing else is going on. You're not scoring anything, so you can put the ball in the raptor pit. It's hard. It's a hard multi-ball. No gimme points in that multi-ball.
Control room ready.
All right, let's go back to control room now. There you go. Do I have the playfield set at 6.5 or 7 degrees? Your C and S shots look cleaner than mine. I probably just suck. Well, I suck too, so there you go. I'm right in the middle. I'm at 6.7, 6.8, somewhere around there. Which I think is good. 6.5, the games play a little bit slow, and 7 is just brutally hard. Too difficult for me, so I normally set my games kind of halfway. Every game will play a little different, that's for sure. Nice! Three-way combo there. Oh, nice extra ball. Center drain halfway up the spinner, back down. That's a center drain all day long. And some center drains are savable with a bit of a, slide left or right. But man, when it comes right down the middle, there's not much you can do. Trying to slide it too much is going to tilt the game. Good ball one though. I think that was ball one. 123 millions on ball one. Still on ball one, considering the extra ball. You'll try that. You're at 7. Yeah, I definitely recommend if that's giving you a little trouble, go lower. I read on Pinside, the internet's most dramatic pinball website, that the game was designed for 7. I don't know if that's true. I think a lot of stuff on Pinside is repeated, but not often verified. You'd have to ask the man himself, Keith Elwin, the greatest pinball player of all time, who happens to be the designer of this machine. Right out lane. Alright, not a good ball one, part 2. Alright, bear with me. Less than 10 seconds. I'm going to open the window now. animation there. Alrighty, we're back. 133, ball 2. Let's do it. So did I. Keith said 7, huh? Well, I guess it's true. Keith said 7. That doesn't. Even though the design of the game says 7, that doesn't mean you can't play with different things and see how it feels to you. It's worth experimenting. It's easy to change, so. All right, so now I need a helipad shot. There you go. The dino captures get harder as the game goes, and further down they need a helipad shot to light capture. Alright, let's see if I can get some blue arrows now. There you go. So now I've got a blue arrow on the left ramp, and the rest are all white. There we go. And I've got escape lit, light escape lit, which is the very, very most left shot in the game. You light it up in the pop bumpers in the lane there. And it relights your ball save on the right, on the left out lane rather. Definitely want to try to get that when it's lit. It does not stay lit very long though. And now it just drained on the left, so if I had made that shot, it would have saved it. How far have I made it? I've made it to the one away, maybe one or two away from visitor center is about as far as I've made it through the paddocks. And to the fourth T-Rex encounter, I think I've played 3 control room modes. I have not played the 4th control room mode. There's 3 available to you to start. After you've played those 3, then there's a 4th that you can play. I have not played that one. Or if I have, I may have played it like once and like immediately drained and basically didn't get to see it. So that's about how far I've made it. This is, I mean, to get to the end, well, depends what you mean by the end. The visitor center or, you know, to the wizard mode, it's tough. On a 3-ball game, definitely not easy. Alright, here's T-Rex Rampage. So now T-Rex Rampage, left and right ramps lit. And that has moved some arrows around. That's stacked with another paddock here. So let's try to get that escape. Although I'm probably throwing away points trying to relight my my ball save with this timed mode going on. Oh, come on! That was 2 shots to the dinosaur, to T-Rex. You need a pretty clean shot for it to go in his mouth. They basically did, but just not enough for it to capture. Ah, another one. That was worth a danger. Did I make it? Nope. Timed out.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so it looks like I have a dinosaur capture at the right ramp. And ball ready to capture in the raptor pit. Oh, I need to go back to the helicopter. That's what I was saying. You have to make the helicopter shot, and it only gives you the capture for a certain amount of time, and then it times out, and you need to make another helicopter shot to relight dinosaur capture. It is not easy. Yeah, it pays to be on the lookout for those yellow arrows, and when you see a yellow arrow, shoot for it. I believe that was ball 3. 224, not too bad. Hey, System Boot Champion. We put up the initials. Nice. And here, for good measure, I do it in chat too. Just because I can. Alrighty. You know what we haven't played in a few games is a Chaos Multi-Ball, which is very, very cool. Let's try to get some Chaos letters this time around. Oh, give it back! Nope. House Ball. That's how it goes. You have a good game, and then the next one is typically not. DNA. I love the little DNA dude. I read the book Jurassic Park, the Michael Crichton book, when I was a teenager. It's probably one of the first, like, quote-unquote adult, not kid book that I read as a teenager, and that book definitely stayed with me. Super awesome book if you've never read it. There's a lot of DNA stuff in the book that didn't make the movie. And fractals too, I remember. Between chapters there's this like fractal that evolves and alrighty, let's get some rescues. And set trap. Mishandled. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna pretend that one didn't happen and start a new one. I still keep trying to get chaos letters though. Oh, that one's gotta come back. Yes. Thank goodness for a ball save. Alright, there's 2 rescues real fast. Nice. There you go. First dinosaur, pretty quick there. And control room. I didn't even try to do that. The slings gave it to me. It's a Unix system. I thought it was a Spike system. This game is lying to me. Get some more spinner shots to boost the value there. Woo! Whoa, spin on the ball there. I don't know if you saw that. It went up and it should have been headed down the in lane, but the ball had so much spin it just spun itself right into the out lane. I guess I need to wax my playfield so it doesn't spin as less of an effect. But that's cheating. Oh, air ball over the sling into the out lane. That cost me an escape. You probably heard the ball smacking the glass there. Oh, that was a fast one. It's gone. Whew! Danger there. You know, you'll take a danger over a drain. Assuming you don't have a huge bonus to lose. That's double danger. You move the outlane post down. You know, I think good for you. I think a lot of people get frustrated with their games. They're playing really hard, and they don't want to move the posts for whatever silly reason, and they end up frustrated with the game. And sometimes to the point where people sell it. It's like, if the game is frustrating you and you have more fun playing it with the post moved down, by all means do it. So good for you. I haven't on this game. For whatever reason, I don't know, maybe the audits, if I look at the audits, it would reveal that I don't know what I'm talking about, but my intuition is that I have more frustration draining from the center than I do the outlanes. But again, that's just my intuition. If I actually looked at the data, outlane drains are way more common. But anyway, they're not frustrating to me, so that's why I haven't moved the posts. And yeah, keeping the playfield steeper and moving the posts, you can make the game easier in different ways. You can make it shallower, which slows the game down, makes it easier. Or you can move the posts. I kind of like the idea of moving the posts and keeping the game steep, because then it's still going to play fast. Slow games are not fun, so it's a good idea. How many Wayne Knight callouts are there now? I don't know. Is Wayne Knight... Wait, do I even know who Wayne Knight is? Is it Nedry? Now I'm noticing the outline trains. Oh, house ball. There you go. Capture on the. Oh, there. Nice, got my escape relit. Got lucky there on which side of the post the ball ended up. Oh, T-Rex fed for 270,000 points. That is not a valuable, kind of a throwaway T-Rex multi-ball.
T-Rex multi-ball.
The only way to make this worth anything is to shoot these shots in order. You'll notice one red arrow, the rest are blue. If you make the shots in order, they get worth more and more points. If I wasn't to do that, it's kind of pointless to even play T-Rex multi-ball because they're just not worth anything. So I'm going to try to capture stage the ball here and go for them in order. So the first one I need is the control room shot at the very left of the game. There you go. There's one. Next one is the left ramp. But it was not to be. Hey, I got one in order. Is one shot made in order? I guess it is, right? Because I didn't shoot all the other shots.
Restore power.
Nedry, better known as Newman from Seinfeld. Well, there's at least the tilt warning. But I don't know how many other callouts he has. That's a good question. I've never really paid attention. He's on the playfield, of course. I don't think there's very many, to be honest. There's actually, come to think of it, there's a Nedry Award, which is a red insert on the right outlane. And that's basically an award that you only get either if the ball save is active, because the ball is draining, it's the outlane. So if the ball save is active, you can collect it through the outlane. Otherwise, you're collecting it and losing it at the end of a ball, or maybe in multi-ball, you're draining one of the balls. And that's the Nedry Award. And Nedry has a bunch of callouts. That's a timed mode. I should not be standing there talking. So when you collect the Nedry Award, he says different things, and there's a bunch of different ones. So that plus the tilt warning. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Maybe in the control room modes, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think there's one for rolling over the outline. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, the Nedry Award. Wow, I'm just flailing around here. Let's see if I can actually get to the left ramp and start a paddock. Ah, ball search. You know you're flailing when. Ball search. Was curious since he's the only actor from the film they were able to license voice callouts for. Yep.
Why would Nedry do this?
I don't know. If they had, Jeff Goldblum and all the other people from the movie, it would feel too much like the first Jurassic Park movie, I think. What's cool about this game is that it's in large part an original creation based on the world of Jurassic Park. So I actually don't mind the lack of callouts. It would probably make it feel like the Data East game too, which I'm sure has a ton of movie stuff in it. More than this game. Although it's been so long I played, I can't remember the last time I played Jurassic Park, Data East Jurassic Park. It's probably at Bobcat Batteries like 10 years ago. That's my guess. That's the last time I played that game. Bobcat Batteries is a car battery repair shop, I guess you would call it, in a bit of a more industrial area of San Jose, and he's got a bunch of pinball machines. And for the longest time, Thursday night pinball, he would open up the shop and you could just show up and then play pinball, and all the games are on free play, hang out and play some pinball, which is super cool that he did that. I don't know what the latest is. It's been a while since I've been to Bobcats, and I don't know what's happened to him with COVID-19, etc. I hope he's doing all right. Certainly probably not doing pinball nights anymore, but maybe they'll start up again. there aren't much, but I don't miss it. Everyone that plays mine loves the theme. Absolutely, 100% agree with you. Sure you're not thinking of Sega Lost World? Maybe, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, between Lost World and Data East Jurassic Park, they're easy to. Which one is the one with the bird-like, the bird-like dinosaur that like pops down on the playfield and grabs the ball? That's Lost World, right? I don't remember.
Restore power. The red buttons turn on the individual.
All I know is that mechanism in the game there at Bobcats. The game only half worked, and most of the mechanisms were all busted, and yeah. Was able to save that one barely. The center drain, typical from ball coming back from the spinner. Alright, let's get some blue arrows.
Visitor center. Check.
Oh, brutal! Man, it's never fun draining in the middle of that mode. 51 million. All right, we're gonna play one last game tonight. It's simply too hot in the pinball room tonight. Even with the window open, the temperature outside is just not going down. We'll play one last game, try to make it a good one. Do as best I can. And then maybe we'll play again this weekend. There's the C. Still trying to probably get a Chaos. And why not get a Raptor ball in the Raptor pit too? It's the last game, should do everything. Nice. Man, the left ramp from the left flipper, it's not an easy shot. You kind of have to catch the ball on the fly at the right angle to be able to make the left ramp from the right flipper. The left ramp from the left flipper. Super fun though. I don't think it's makeable from a like if the ball is just captured like this now. Maybe it is. Maybe I just haven't tried enough. I think you end up catching the post on the Raptor pit if you try it. There you go, ball in the Raptor pit. Actually, one of the better Data East pins. Can finish reading that. Alright, my capture's lit here on the spinner. There you go. Nice. Couple orange arrows there, boosting the T-Rex value. Oh, and a center drain. Actually, one of the better DE pins. Kind of wish I'd got one when it was cheaper. Passed on a nice example of Pin-A-Go-Go long ago that was clean for only $1,400. That is $1,400. That, man, by today's standards, that's a steal, of course. Alrighty, got our control room mode. And maybe let's do a different one, just for fun. Let's play Virus Attack.
Nedry screwed up the entire system.
See if there's any Nedry callouts in this Virus Attack mode. Nice. Got another blue arrow there. Oh, these blue arrows, I think, get more and more valuable.
You're at the Dilophosaurus paddock. 7 staff remain in the paddock.
We've got to save as many people as we can.
Oh, double scoring. Let's see. Wow, we're on letter A of Chaos 2. Only OS left. Whoa, that that shot was worth 30 million points in virus attack. Double lethal, you know, is a 15 million shot multiplied by 2 for 30 million. That's a good score on virus attack, even though I drain halfway through. Alrighty, ball 3, last ball of the night. Let's make it count. Let's see, I don't want to waste that that raptor ball locked in the raptor pit, so he would definitely have to start a raptor tri-ball, which can be a recipe for... Okay, one shot left. One shot left. There you go. So yeah, again, Raptor Tri-Ball starts with both ramps lit red, left and right main ramps, and until you can do pretty much anything else, you have to light those or make those ramp shots. Left ramp not so hard, right ramp a little bit harder. Alright, so let's get that right ramp now. And double scoring. Not gonna do me much good unless I make the right ramp. Whoa, just managed to save that. Nope, it was not to be.
Control room ready.
Control room is lit again. Let's get control room mode number 2. Oh, that was mean. That was mean. Still, not a terrible game. Could have been worse. See how we did. 115. I'm happy with that as the last game of the night. Virus attack champion there from double playfield, 15 to 30 million point shot. That's how that happened. With that, I will say goodnight, everyone. Thank you for watching. Let's go back to the thing, and hope everyone is staying safe, playing pinball. If not, if you don't have pinball at home, go get your computer or your tablet, play some virtual pinball, and life's a lot better when you're playing pinball. So that's all I've got tonight. We will play again soon. Hope you can join me again. Good night, everyone.